Let's be real. We all want to grow. We want to get better, to evolve. But doesn't that process usually feel kind of random? Almost like it's based on luck or some sudden burst of motivation that never lasts? Well, today, we're going to flip that on its head. We're going to look at a way to take your personal growth from a game of chance to an intentional, powerful system you actually control. Just let that sink in for a second. This is the big idea that changes everything. It's saying that your development isn't something that just happens to you. Nope, it's something you can design, something you can, well, code. It completely reframes self-improvement into a systematic process that you are in charge of. And that is the big question we're diving into today. This isn't about, how can I be a little better? It's about how can I build a repeatable system for real transformation? And this isn't about jumping on the latest trend. It's about becoming the architect of your own evolution. Okay, so look at this. This breaks down the two paths perfectly. Over on the left, that's the default mode, right? Waiting for inspiration, getting stuck, relying on moods that, well, they come and go. But on the right, that's the alternative we're talking about. A structured, intentional algorithm that's built to last. We are leaving that left column behind, starting right now. So where do we even begin? We start with phase 1, analysis. You see, before you can write any new code, you have to understand the operating system you're already running. It's time to deconstruct your personal code.
And this right here is so important. The temptation is always to just jump in and do something. But this algorithm, it demands that we just observe first. And the key here is that phrase, without judgment. This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about gathering clean, honest data on what's actually going on.
So this analysis breaks down into 3 really clear steps. First up, input analysis. What are the skills, the habits, the knowledge you're currently working with? Second, feedback loops. What in your world is either helping or hurting your efforts? And third, and this is a big one, pinpoint bottlenecks. Where exactly is the system getting stuck?
Let's drill down on that term, feedback loops. This is basically any system that reinforces a behavior, for good or for bad. So a positive loop. That could be your friends cheering you on for hitting the gym, which makes you want to go again. A negative one? A stressful job that makes you grab junk food, which tanks your energy, which makes work feel even more stressful. You see? Understanding these loops is absolutely critical if you want to change them.
So I want you to take a second and really think about this for yourself. Where are your personal bottlenecks? Is it a skill you're missing? A bad habit that keeps tripping you up? Maybe a demotivating environment? Seriously, just identifying this is the first huge step toward writing your new program.
Okay, analysis complete. We'd looked under the hood. Now comes the fun part, the creative phase. We get to design your new program. This is where we literally start writing the code for the person you want to become. Every algorithm needs a purpose, right? A direction. In our system, we call this the objective function. And it's way more than just a goal. It's your North Star. It has to be crystal clear, measurable, and honestly, inspiring enough to actually pull you forward. This is the why that's going to power the entire thing. So if the objective function is the why, then parameter adjustments, they're the how. And these are not massive life-altering changes. They are the small, daily, consistent habit shifts. For example, if your objective is to become a great public speaker, a parameter adjustment isn't give a TED Talk tomorrow. No, it's spend 5 minutes practicing in front of the mirror every single morning. They're the tiny course corrections that add up. And here's something that's absolutely crucial. This isn't a set it and forget it kind of deal. Growth happens in what we call iteration cycles. You try a new habit, you see how it works, you learn from it, and you adapt. It's this dynamic process of experimenting that makes your algorithm smarter and way more effective over time. All right, so we've designed the program. But a clunky program is no good, right? This next section is all about optimization, about making your new growth system run so smoothly that it practically becomes second nature. And this right here lays it all out, the huge, game-changing difference. On the left, you've got forced effort. It runs on willpower, which we all know is a limited resource that just drains your energy. It's why so many New Year's resolutions fail. But on the right, you have automated habits. They use routines and your environment to become effortless, and that creates the consistency you need for real, lasting change. So what happens when things get tough? When you hit a wall? This is where we totally flip the script and call it resistance training. A failure isn't a dead end, it's a data point. It shows you exactly where your algorithm is weak.
Embracing these challenges is precisely how you make the whole system stronger and speed up your learning. And what's really cool is that once you get this system humming for yourself, the potential doesn't just stop there. You can start to scale your impact. You can apply the exact same principles to lead a team at work, to improve your family dynamics, or to contribute more effectively to a cause you really care about. So we built the program, we've optimized it. Our final section is all about maintenance. How do we sustain this upgrade and make sure this becomes a system for lifetime growth, not just some temporary fix?
Think about it. No app on your phone runs perfectly forever without an update, right? Your personal growth algorithm is exactly the same. Debugging is that essential process of checking in, recognizing when you're slipping on a habit, and correcting your course. It's noticing you skipped the gym 3 days in a row and realizing, oh, it's because I'm staying up too late. So you adjust your bedtime. Simple as that.
You know, when you strip everything else away, sustainability really comes down to this one fundamental truth. It is not about the one huge, heroic effort. It's all about the compounding effect of the small, seemingly insignificant things you do every single day. That is the real engine of transformation.
And this number, this says it all. Just 1%. The idea of getting just 1% better each day feels so tiny, almost pointless. But the magic of compounding means that over a year, that 1% doesn't just add up, it grows exponentially, leading to absolutely massive results.
So let's wrap this up. Let's put the whole algorithm together in one place. First, you analyze your current code. No judgment. Second, you design a clear and inspiring objective function. Third, you implement those small, consistent parameter adjustments. Fourth, you automate everything you can for effortless execution. And finally, you commit to debugging and iterating for life.
And that's it. This framework is now yours. You are the programmer. Your life is the operating system. And the thing is, the algorithm is always running, whether you're the one directing it or not. So the only real question left is, what will you program next?